To keep sunlight from being blocked in his own home, the man pressed a button, and in an instant, the towering building before him crumbled to dust. He was one of America's rarest professionals, a demolition expert. But what happens when you piss off someone like that? The man's name was Cardo, and throughout his career he had solved countless problems for the city. Thanks to his outstanding work, his demolition company had secured a long-term partnership with the local government. But just as his career was taking off, disaster quietly struck. It was his daughter's 8th birthday, and on his way home, he'd stopped to buy her a cream cake. Yet within less than a minute, his car was already being targeted. Unaware of what was happening, Cardo walked out of the bakery only to freeze in confusion. His car was gone. All that remained on the ground was a tow slip. The next day, Cardo went to the city's complaints department, but the staff there insisted that the area he'd parked in was indeed a no parking zone, and that this had been clearly stated on the department's website. Neither side would back down, and soon the argument turned into a shouting match. That was when Cardo snapped. Without a second thought, he grabbed a nearby fire extinguisher and smashed it against the glass above the counter. He was arrested on the spot for disturbing public order and thrown into jail. Eventually, his boss bailed him out, only to deliver worse news. Cardo's outburst had been reported in the papers, embarrassing the local government. And since the government was their biggest client, the company had no choice but to fire him. But that wasn't even the worst of it. As the incident spread, people began labeling him a violent troublemaker. The next day, his wife coldly asked for a divorce. After signing the papers and walking downstairs, Cardo was stunned to discover his car had been towed again. Seeing the new tow slip on the ground, something inside him snapped. That night, as he paid the latest fine to the Department of Transportation, a seed of revenge quietly took root. Because if things kept going this way, it would only be a matter of time before they destroyed his life completely. That night, he decided he'd had enough. Under cover of darkness, Cardo loaded 10 kilograms of explosives into his car's trunk. The next morning, he parked the car in a highly visible spot and calmly sat nearby eating breakfast. Right at 8 a.m., as the city workers began their shift, a tow truck came and hauled his car away, exactly as he had predicted. The workers had no idea what they were dealing with. Moments later, a massive explosion rocked the parking lot, sending flames and smoke shooting into the sky. The entire area was engulfed in fire. The story instantly made national headlines, and soon, victims of similar towing abuses came forward online. Overnight, Cardo, the man who'd fought back against a corrupt system, became a folk hero in the eyes of the public.